dang, you jumped the gun.
Wake up from your snooze, come get with the crew. You know who it is, what we do. It's the crew.
Okay, coming out the gate.
Oh yeah, it's the crew. Yeah, oh yeah. It's the crew. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Time to snooze, join the crew. We got news, we got tunes. We gon' hit you with the truth. We ain't like them other dudes.
This is really good tea.
Shout out glory to Jesus, cause of him we making moves. Oh yeah, we done found our groove. You can come get with it too. It's the crew.
Yo, what's poppin', Crew Nation? You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It is your boy Jay.
This is Chris.
And today in the building, we have the problematic one. Kham is in the building. Good, baby.
Ooh, I like that. The problematic one.
You like that?
That's the first.
Hey,
I might have to tell
man.
folk to use that every single time. Give you credit though.
Hey, listen.
Listen,
Who is that? Who is that? That's Jake. Jake Paul calls himself the problem child, but we now know where it comes from.
Yeah.
The man Kham himself is the original problem child.
Yeah.
Yes, man, I wanted to call you that because that is your project, Problematic, and we now have hit over 1 million streams. Is that accurate?
Yes, absolutely.
Man, how does that feel? How does it feel that something that you've worked so hard into, you know what I'm saying, has received that type of reception?
Bro, it's crazy. I think the craziest part about it is the fact that it's been a constant, like, year after year. So I dropped that project fall 2020. It's 2023, and every year we've seen just constant growth. Like there hasn't been an off year for the project as a whole, like multiple songs. So like just the fact that people are enjoying, you know what I'm saying, something that you put, like you said, something you put so much time and effort into, that project is literally my baby. That's my debut. So I don't know, man. It just feels good. It feels like I let her go into the world and she flourished. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to me,
thank you to everybody that's streaming.
To me, it sounds like that it hasn't lost its replay value. How do you ensure that you're creating something that doesn't lose replay value? And you're talking about 1 million streams. That's also people that are going back to constantly listen to it multiple times. So how do you go about trying to create something that doesn't use
Kham just plays it over and over again.
Y'all using bots. I'm using my feet.
Right. No. Rewind that. Now replay that. Baby, you playing the song for the 30th time? Baby.
The kids
it's me just listening to myself trying to figure out, dang, I should have did this. I probably could do that. That's crazy.
Right.
Kham is those 1 million streams.
But go ahead, man.
How do you go about trying to create something that doesn't lose replay value and stands the test of times?
It's intentionality. Like I'm huge on creating art that has, like you said, replay value. Of course, the content and the substance and the message I'm trying to relay is the first thing I focus on. But we making music. We're trying to make high art here, high quality music. So that includes the production, my delivery, the way I write, the way I arrange. You know, it's something about me that it's a Kham song if it got a beat switch in it. Like all those little switch up, you know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be like, so all those little things I'm very intentional about that in the creation process, because I know like what I like to listen to and what keeps me engaged is music that has constant changing dynamics. It might not be something as drastic as a complete beat switch, but whether it's like, oh, he just switched the flow up. Oh, is that a horn? Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like just like little stuff like that you can put in to keep people's ears perked up. And I think that's what I try to do with the musicality side of my music.
Is there a specific part? Because when I think about music switch ups and just a sudden change, I think about KB. Does he influence you in that way at all?
Yeah. It's a couple cats, man. KB, Andy, Derek Minor, 100%. Derek and Swoop are two of the, I think, main when it comes to like the sonics of the music, because what they do musically is crazy. I'm trying to think who else. Even RG. Well, he does a lot of experimental stuff that's just really ear catching. So guys like that, as far as like the sonics, and what they do you can tell it's intentional. So for sure. Right.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It sounds like the overall attitude of culture villains is kind of what that is. Y'all don't like stick with the mold. Y'all like to be a different, experimental and different things like that. So how did this whole thing come about? I mean, I'm loving what Culture Villains is doing. I got a personal bias, but it is what it is, man. No, to keep it a bean. No, I do, because you got yourself. You don't sound like, Josh, Czar Josh, make sure I say his name right. You know what I'm saying? You don't sound like I said Czar. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, it's Czar. It's Czar.
Okay, man. Look, because I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Hold on.
I probably wouldn't even.
No, wait a minute. I talked to this guy. I talked to this guy. If I would have messed up his name, it would have been tragic. But no, like I said, y'all got Czar Josh, man. Y'all got KJ over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Trying to serenade the ladies. I don't know if he knows if he wants to be Christian or if he wants to be R&B. If he wants to be Rabristian. Is that what he wants to be?
Hey, that's false. That's set claiming. What you talking about? Hold on. No.
Nah, man. But how was this thing kind of approached to you in the collective standpoint?
Yeah. So I mean, Culture Villains, we're very huge on having our individual artist identities. You know what I'm saying? And encouraging one another to like seek out ways we can grow in our own individual lanes. Like we all have a common mindset and a common overall goal with what we want to do with this music. In the way that we want to impact the culture with this music. Yeah. But even within that, you know what I'm saying, we all have our individual like lanes and styles and kind of really types of music that we do. And we really push each other so hard to be the best that we can be in that specific lane. And anytime one of us tries to get outside of it, like, man, what you doing? Right, like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So we're very, very tough on each other, but also very supportive at the same time in that individuality for sure.
Is there a level of competition between y'all?
Man, we say it's not, but it's under there. It's definitely there. Like when Josh dropped, so I dropped Problematic. Josh came back with Long Live Us. I was like, oh, you will? Okay. It's like, okay. You saw me create this album, so but it's definitely, because always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, rap is a competitive sport. Like, facts. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Yeah. Like, the same way that I approach hooping, I approach this music.
You trash though. Look, see, there you go. He had to slide that in there. Nah, because I know Cam. Cam. Look. Huh? See, I know Cam. Cam already he say all the time that can't nobody in CHH touch him and hooping. So I knew he was gonna slide that in there.
Jay, what you tell?
Just like the way that I approach.
Jay, what you tell him? The shot never leaves.
What you saying,
I had to do
man?
That during like a post game interview,
Yeah.
Hey, the shot never leaves, Jay. You better tell him.
Hey, man,
you better tell him about them high school days.
Did you get to play at the Holy Smoke?
Basketball? I did, man.
What happened?
Man, I fumbled. I didn't even go to. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I fumbled it. So I had to.
My man wasn't trying to get embarrassed out there. That's what it.
Yeah. It wasn't that. Not at all. Because I'll run it back right now.
Yeah.
I'll run it back right now. No, I fumbled that for sure. I had the opportunity, but I had both opportunities kind of for both teams, and I just fumbled it myself.
Come on, man. You can't be out here talking all this trash and not, one of the grandest stages. Like, wow, come on.
I was like, dog, that's crazy. You really just, you suck. That's crazy. You fumbled that. So I ain't even gonna hold you. I fumbled that. I admit.
Well, maybe you'll be able to be a part of that this year, man. So look, man. Going back to the Culture Villain situation, I noticed that you and Josh, y'all both are very big about your heritage. Y'all are very big about speaking about the Black experience. Absolutely. Why is that so important to you, especially as young as you are? Why is that so important to you to put it in that music? Lecrae got casted out of CHH for trying to do exactly that. Right.
Yes. And that's why we do it to honor. I'm playing, but it's a part of it. It's a part of it for sure. Because we wouldn't be able to do what we do and get love from it. Because the experience I've had for me, whenever I do speak out specifically about social justice issues, racial inequality, there's the hate doesn't come from CHH fans. Like, you need to just stick to Jesus. It comes from just people I know in real life that I thought we were supposed to be on the same one accord. I think that's what in 2020 when everything was going down with George Floyd, Ahmaud, Breonna, the list goes on. Yeah. That's what really hurt me the most with the folks in my real circle. But in terms of in music and CHH, when I dropped both of them, and even another song on Problematic called Thug, which is around the same topic conversation, it was love. It was people DMing me yo, the way that you painted this picture, I've never had it presented to me in this way. I'm starting to, I think, understand a different perspective. And I think that is because people like Lecrae have spoken out, have faced the utmost worst backlash, and then by the grace of God, been able to come back and continue to speak up about that, like the pushback he got, and continue to push those narratives forward. So I think for me, for Josh, for our whole team, being black men is a part of the identity that God gave us. Of course, we're children of God first, but under that, we are sons, we're brothers, we're black men in America. And that reality is something, as y'all know, of course, we wake up every single day with, like, every time I hop in the car, every time I walk in the store, you know what I'm saying? That's something in the back of my mind. Like, okay, I know, oh, I see this person over here looks kind of, and they looking at me, let me just go on about my business. So for me to not like use whatever platform God gives me to bring light and try to bring understanding and education to that, I feel like would be just a misuse of the platform. So I'm always going to talk about that.
So both of them, was that the one for you that just like really hit to where you was like, all right, man, I got to address this and get in the studio? And you made a song that actually did some pretty good numbers in music videos. So was that the one that you was that like really, really nudge you like, all right, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm about to address this on wax? For
sure. Oh, yeah. No. And I had a couple, I've done like a song or two before on like, little SoundCloud doing stuff like that. But that one specifically was one where it was like, okay, now I have this more of a platform where I know that this is going to be heard and received by more people than just a couple homies on SoundCloud. I need to spend time working and reworking this so that the message gets relayed in a way that can be digested. And that's the response I got specifically from, like, of course, mainly like white people telling me like, yo, I ain't never heard this presented in this way. Yeah. Wow. And in the video, of course, to give it accompanying the visual with what I was saying, I think really brought it to light. So, yeah.
Now, you had gave a list about things that black people need to do to combat white supremacy. And you said carrying guns. Black people need to carry guns to combat white supremacy. Legally, I may add.
Legally. Yeah, put that in there.
How many blickies?
Not in Florida no more.
Yeah, right.
Well, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, you ain't got. How many
Follow
blickies?
Your state jurisdiction.
Your state mandated guidelines.
How many blickies does Kham have at this point in time to combat white supremacy? To combat white supremacy.
I'm gonna answer the question. Currently, Kham does not have any blickies.
Okay,
come on, bro.
But Kham is on Kham right now.
All right,
all right. Is pursuing his legal right to carry a blicky.
Oh, okay. Where you at?
I'm in Virginia. We in VA.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how the gun laws were there. Man. So he was very specific to say the legal. He did put that in the post.
I want to make sure. Legally. Nope, my brothers don't get caught up out here. No, sir.
I feel you. Us, on the other hand, I mean, Oklahoma.
They're just giving them away.
This is a gun. You get a gun. This is the time, times like these where you're actually.
Oklahoma stand for Oprah.
It's where you're actually happy to live in a red state in a situation like these.
That's true.
Yeah. But man, you gotta listen, man. The times we're living in is crazy. Stay prayed up more than anything. Of course, but God gives us weapons. Amen.
Yeah. So you're saying that the sword of the disciples is equivalent to a gun? Is that what we're talking about here?
In modern day. If y'all think about
they still make swords
down on earth today.
No, Kham. They still make swords.
No, think about it. It put the modern day context on what happened with Peter would it have been a strap.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, dang, you think what? He would have got 9 shots, 50 sent him? He would have.
Yeah, facts. Nah,
man, come on. Now you're right though. That would have been a wild. Yo, we gotta make a new. We gotta make crazy. We gotta make a modern. He would have been like Denzel. Remember Denzel just shot the dude in the head right there, like in American Gangster. Yeah, that would have been Peter. Thank God.
Or maybe it wasn't like because he cut the ear off. So maybe it would have in the leg or something. I don't know.
No, he would have aimed in the same area. He would have shot him in the head, and then God would have did the Matrix. The Matrix to bring the bullet out. To bring the bullet out, he would have did the Matrix. Bring the bullet out of his head again. He would have been back to life. Yeah, that would have been his greatest miracle.
I've been the same. That actually
Right, that's what I'm saying. Hey man, look. So we talking about basketball and you hoop and everything. So you agreed that Caitlin Clark was in the right and that Angel Reese was in the wrong, right?
No. Negative. There was no wrongdoing done.
Right.
That's my position. There was no wrongdoing done.
Well, they're saying because she walked her down, she did it for 15, seconds or whatever the case is. But you don't care. That's how I am. I don't care.
I don't really care about all that. I understand because I seen who said Mitch had said that. I seen when Mitch said that, and I was like, okay, I know we're supposed to teach our kids to not taunt,
right?
But they just won a national championship after nobody said they was even gonna be in there. Like you, in that moment, I'm just like thinking about me in that moment. Like we just did the unthinkable. She disrespected the team that I like have good friends with before, and there was something about Angel made a comment about something Caitlin said about her teammate. I don't know what it was, but all that emotion.
Yeah,
I'm surprised she ain't go longer. So I mean, I think it's all in the competitive nature, and folks just up in arms once again at a black woman.
Yeah, of course. What you mean? That's just the way that it goes, man. Yeah. But it is what it is. I'm with you. I don't agree that she did anything wrong either. But staying on this college topic, you graduated from Liberty University, right?
Ooh.
Oh, you already hey man,
knew he was coming.
There was a lot of noise about this scandal that happened, man. And I remember seeing you speak out about that. Being a graduate or an alumni of a university that way, and that's a Christian university.
It's a conservative Christian university, to be clear.
Talk about that experience. Like, would you recommend people go to a school like that look like us?
Right now, no. When I first got there, yes, because when I first got there, the title, the goal was Christian University. And
what year was that?
So fall 2015 is when I first got there.
Okay.
Right
when Trump announced he was running.
Bro, Trump. All right, this is a side story. I'm gonna get back to the experience.
No, we like this. This is where we're going. We're in the Coronavirus. We can go wherever we want to go.
I came back to Liberty my first day, spring semester. So this is my freshman year, my second semester, the spring. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, mind you. That was the first day back. Trump was on campus. And we had to sit in basically it's like not a mass, but like a convocation a couple of days a week where we have like worship, someone speaks. He was the speaker that day, and it was basically a campaign event on MLK Day, the first day of the semester, bro.
That's crazy. Wow. The disrespect,
the audacity, the gall.
Yo.
So that's a side note, and it's crazy. So I was on campus during that, his campaign and the run, and I've seen him and like Pence and all these different Republican officials multiple times. And I literally witnessed a shift from is trying to cultivate a Christian space for Christians to grow, flourish, to it starting to get more and more political throughout the time I was there. So like when I first got there, it was just like, we call it the Christian bubble all the time because that's really what it is. Like you inside the limits of the campus, there's worship music playing. It's a lot of folks just having real, genuine, authentic conversation about life, about God, philosophy, all these different things. But it hit a point, what I'm saying, when Jerry Falwell and whomever got involved with Trump in his campaign, and it just took a sharp left, and we started getting all these political speakers coming in. Wow. People like the Candace Owens coming in, and the snoozer coming in, talking about our reality as black people is false. Vote Trump. Wow. And all this stuff. Like you can go back on YouTube and look up the convocations they spoke at. This is like verbatim. And so I saw that shift, and obviously now with the scandal and everything coming out, I'm like, yo, this is what was going on behind closed doors while I was on campus. Like I was there. Like some of them clips in the Hulu documentary, if y'all seen, like when they're speaking in the big like arena and stuff like that. Like I was sitting in there. I had no idea all this was happening backstage. I saw the shift for sure. And so right now I wouldn't recommend anyone of minority descent entering the halls of the campus. But yeah, man, it's sad because
so you don't want to perform there no more. You gonna take that performance check?
Andy said he might lose a bag from over there.
Dang.
But I remember, like, for me, my primary reason, if they were to book me or something, or have me come back to a convocation or something like that, I would do it because I remember sitting in them seats just wishing, like, yo, I wish somebody like me would just pull up. Because the thing was, they reach out to people because, you know, the students at the time I was on campus, the students was getting active. So we'd be emailing the directors, the boards, the petition. We do all that stuff. Like, y'all need to ask this person to come, this person to come. And they would. But those people, of course, due to the stigma and what they were claiming, would decline. Like, they tried to reach out, I think, to was it Michelle Obama? It might have been Michelle Obama. She was like, no. It would be, you know, people like her, of course. They was just like, nah. I remember, like, yo, there's so many kids on this campus that like would benefit from someone coming in here just to speak, be their voice, because they can't in this moment. So I think I'd do it for that. But yeah, they're gonna have to give me that bag though, for sure.
Man, I know last August you had took some time off due to some or explaining the reason why it had been such a long time between releasing music was due to mental health issues. How important is it for you to disconnect to be able to address things like that instead of continuing to make music despite?
Oh yeah, it's huge. Absolutely huge. Self-awareness is very key, man. And I think for me, someone who's never struggled with any type of like mental health up until that point, the thing that made me take a step back was like, this isn't normal for me. Like what I'm feeling, like the heaviness I feel, the low energy, the sadness, like this is not normal for me. I'm normally someone who experiences all emotions, of course, but will normally get back to my baseline. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I knew what my baseline was and I wasn't at it for a long time. And so that just caused me to take a step back, try to figure out what was going on, which has sparked this whole just personal healing journey for myself, which out of that, of course, came music, because a lot of my music, I want to share life experiences, life stories, things that I'm learning in hopes to inspire and, you know, help others navigate what they're going through, because that's the biggest lie you can believe when it comes to mental health, is that like you're going through it alone, like you're the only person that feels those things. Obviously everyone has their different things that are catalysts to it, but everyone experiences those type of emotions. So for sure, man, very important.
Was it ever a fear of being washed out and not being as relevant anymore because you've taken this time?
Not to the point of where I felt like, man, there's no point in me even getting back into music. I think that thought definitely came to mind, like, man, like what if I gotta like, we done all this work to kind of build this foundation up, you know, at that point, and it felt like, you know, Problematic was out, got the foundation. What if like we got to start over? You know what I'm saying? And Lord, praise God that, you know, folks are still rocking with me. Of course, still rocking with Problematic. But man, I just love music. So it's like for me, I think I'm still, once I'm in the headspace to work, I'm gonna work regardless, I believe. So yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, man, I see that you're speaking about it a lot in your music. I believe your last couple records were about you healing. So just as important you're making it to speak about your culture and your experience, you're also making sure that you speak about it through your music. Is that just you wanting to, you know, let people know, like you said, that there's somebody else that has dealt with it, that is dealing with it? Why is it so important to share your journey as you're going through it?
For sure. So for me, I mean, I feel like I come from a kind of unique perspective on it, like being that I am first generation, like American. My mom is from a Caribbean country, Guyana in South America. Being that the way that I grew up was like 2-parent household, but dad was in the military, so he was gone a lot. So it felt like a single parent household. And there's a lot of these different nuanced things in my life. I feel like there's a big group of people out there that grew up the same way, where it's like there was nothing crazy traumatic that happened, but also there's a lot of like, as I'm looking back and reflecting, there's a lot of pain still just from like life circumstances. And I think a lot of people at times can kind of downplay, you know what I'm saying, their pain, because it doesn't have this huge like stamp of like this was like a crazy big traumatic kind of event, but like their pain is still valid. And I feel like I can speak to that well because of my experience. And so now that I'm at a point where I've done a lot of the hard work to dig in to try to figure out where things are rooted at and trying to address them and finding ways that work for me to address those things and take care of my mental. I just want to share that with people to try to help them out as well. And of course, the main avenue that I can do that is through the music. So,
hey, look, you know what? So Kham has done a lot of things, right? You had your music synced. You know what I'm saying? You got to sync with All American. Now, did they tell you beforehand? Did somebody just send it to you? How'd you find out?
I found out by a social media post from this account that just posts the music that's going to be featured on that night's episode. So I was at work. Avila, shout out to Avila. He produced that song. Well, actually both songs that I had featured on the show, he produced. He texted me and was like, yo, have you seen this? And it was a link to that Instagram post. And I had seen they tag me, but I was like, oh, shoot, that's what's up. I'm going to get back to that, make sure I can engage with it a little bit later. Yeah, but like that man hit me up, sent me the link. I looked back at it. I was like, I seen this already. Then I actually read it and I was like, what? So I'm hitting up Travis. I'm hitting up Quentin with Music Man. He works with music makers and stuff. I'm hitting everybody up like, is this real? Like, what's going on? And Quentin had to do some work, but he confirmed it. And that night, of course, it premiered on the episode. So yeah, I found out same way everybody else did. Either watch it,
bro, that's dope. Bro, how did that make you feel, bro? Like watching that, listening to that, looking at that.
You probably couldn't even focus on the episode, could you? You was just like,
come on, when's it gonna come on?
And how many times did you rewind it after it came on?
Many. I have it recorded. What do you mean? Thanks. So for me, I'm All American. That's one of my favorite shows, like top 5 personal favorite shows right now. So like for that to be my first major sync was just like, God, you are wow. Yeah, man. So that was crazy. That was super crazy. And then to like have it run
mad at it.
That's what.
I'm sure Spencer got mad at the song. You know, Spencer get mad at anything.
I mean, it's just a negative guy.
You know, I never needed no syncs. I don't need no syncs.
Facts, bro. That is the OB, bro. That is the Spencer. That is the Spencer way, bro. Like that is like this guy is just negative all the time, bro.
Like, Spencer, we love you. He'd be like, I ain't need no love then. I ain't need no love now. On the dead homies.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. So look, man. So you've gotten the syncs. You've been doing a lot of things around here. Kham became a freshman.
That was huge.
That's crazy in Christian hip hop, man. So a lot of people don't know the way that this, or if it's even helpful, but talk about your experience being a freshman.
Yeah. So specifically the class that I got to be a part of, man, I'm so grateful to God that was, because the conversation was that I was supposed to be in the year before, and there was some people that felt like I should have been. And I was like, whoa, hold on now. Don't press Rapzilla. They're great people. But the year after that, 2021, I was, chosen to be Rapzilla Freshman. And that year was the first year we did the ciphers. First year we did the pool party. And like, bro, that opened, I feel like that increased my platform, really what it did, between the cipher, getting to showcase my abilities, getting to do a song with Jekka and Red Tips and having Rapzilla's help and pushing behind that. And then even the show, like there was mad heads at that show. Letitia Wright was at that show.
Right. Like, that's crazy.
John Gabbana was at that show. People from Mav City was at the show. There's so many people. Of course, Jesus loves you. Shout out to Trent. He pulled up and showed us mad love that whole weekend, man, and just really like hosted us. So we got to just network and build and expose our music to all these different people who just want to, support the space. And so that was just amazing to be a part of, and I'm forever grateful for that, for sure.
Yeah, man. Y'all had the cipher. The ciphers were dope, but I thought we was cool, Kham. I was gonna ask you on Kham.
Get him.
You let this guy diss us during y'all cipher. Y'all hyping him up. Y'all hyping him up like,
yeah. Well, look at that. I guess I am a snub, man.
Kham, I thought we was bros, man. I thought we was cool.
We was talking about that after, and I was like, oh, wait. Because, bro, I didn't even go hold you in that moment. We was just like, okay, he going.
Yeah.
You listen to it back, what he was actually saying. I was like, well, this is an awkward position to be in. So, we ever need to run that back, I got y'all.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, you should have walked up, grabbed the mic or something.
Yeah.
Figured. Figure it out now, man. We loved it,
Yeah,
man.
it's all love. Yeah, man. A lot of people think that we take things like that personally.
Yeah.
Man, we looked at it, man, and it was funny to us.
It was a moment.
Yeah,
It
like
lives on
it's
forever.
kind of like
Right.
the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark joint. It's
yeah.
I feel like those are the equal. Ain't no
Right.
beef, but it's
So
like this is the
Yeah, so we good with it, man. We realize that having this platform and us giving our opinions, every action has a reaction.
For sure.
And so there's going to be some people.
Know where he's at now.
It doesn't matter. I think the important thing is that it doesn't matter to us that we realize that when we're in a space where we're giving our opinions, a lot of people are going to take that however they want to take that, and that's okay for them to express that the whatever way they want to express that. We're indifferent either way. You know what I'm saying? So
that's all good. If I could just give y'all flowers for a minute, man, that's the thing I love and respect about y'all for real. Like first, always standing on what you believe, but also giving the platform or giving the space for others to do the same thing and creating that safe space where people can just create that dialogue, bro. Like that's needed.
Man, Virginia, you can only pick 3 artists out of Virginia. Ooh. Only 3. I felt like 2 would have been easy. I felt like 4 would have been easy. I felt like 3 is a little bit more difficult.
Don't do this.
Only 3 artists out of Virginia. Who are you going with?
To like collab with it, just like
you picking the top 3 that you felt to represent Virginia. Ooh. Come out of Virginia. Don't y'all do this? Is this what y'all do? Is that what y'all do? Y'all don't do that?
It's VA.
No, we don't. You talking about VA? I gotta make sure my camera backwards, so I gotta make sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
Nah, that's the clips. I don't know what
the clips did that. The clips was doing that. Okay,
Pharrell would do that.
Hey, but I don't want to give him hints. I'm probably third than you. So
first and foremost, Pharrell would be because that's like my personal Virginia legend, my personal favorite Virginia legend. So Pharrell. Oh my gosh, to represent Virginia, I gotta throw Missy in there. Missy got to be in there.
Ooh,
that
only leave 1.
Oh my god!
You see why I said 3? You see why I said 3?
Oh, because 2 would have been easy because those are like 2 revolutionary.
Exactly.
Like I mean, I could throw Timbo, but like I need man, Aaron Cole.
I knew it. Hey, I was gonna say that. No, Aaron Cole. Aaron Cole's number 3.
Aaron Cole being number 3, man. I don't care.
But you got
Aaron Cole in there.
You got Chris Brown. Don't y'all
different?
Y'all got Chris Brown. Y'all got Clips. Y'all got Timberland. I mean, I didn't even know. Is Glorilla from out there?
You said Glorilla?
No,
I did some research and I. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where that article. I don't know where that came from. But
out there, bro, it's I feel like it's somebody else that I found out was out there that I didn't know before. I'll let y'all know later if I
Jared Sanders.
No, you gotta pick, bro. You got to pick.
Okay, then why don't you pick 3 artists from Oklahoma then?
I told you Aaron Cole.
He said Aaron Cole.
You going with Aaron Cole?
Go with Aaron Cole.
No disrespect to Aaron Cole. No disrespect to Aaron Cole. There are others.
He's showing VA in a different light. He's gonna be up there. He's showing VA in a different light.
Okay. All right, he's going with Aaron Cole. That's his choice.
But you're right. We did, guys. We got the, you got the Chris Browns. You got the Trey Songs.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to do that.
I don't think not right now. Not right. Let's wait to see what's going to happen first. Let's just wait.
I don't think y'all want to claim him just yet. Hey, look, Cam. So what we got next, man? So you just released the Man in the House joint, which was, Meek Mill released that record. That's definitely what it seemed like on that. That was
featuring Baby King.
Yeah, featuring Baby King, right? So what you got next, man? I see you putting in the work. Do we have a project coming on the horizon? Are we waiting on anything? What we got, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all want the exclusive?
Yeah, you know it is.
Exclusive. Yes, sir.
The exclusive is that there's a project on the way, specifically an EP.
Okay.
And on that EP, there are songs in the same, how do I want to put this? The same feel as Man in the House.
Okay.
But a little bit more experimental. There are some features on this EP that I think are gonna surprise a lot of people. Some folks might call me an industry plant after we drop this.
Okay.
Just know, I want to say right here on record, just know all of these features came from real, genuine relationships that have been building. and naturally evolved into music. So don't be trying to throw no industry plan. We out here working, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? So
he only got it because he
a lot of more
was
singles.
with.
Yeah, facts.
Because he was hanging with.
None of that. No, sir. But no, a lot more singles first. But that is also on the way.
Was you able to pull Big Ye out the hole? Was you able to pull him out his hole and get him on the record? What's up, man?
I don't want to speak on nobody else stuff, so we gonna let y'all gotta get Big Ye on the show. Y'all gotta get Big Ye.
Okay. Hey, I actually would love to have Big Ye. Big Ye cracked me up.
Yeah.
He's like hardcore, but like really, really soft. Like he likes Hovey. Like that's how he is. Like Big Ye is somebody who like, you know, he
wants to be taking the praise and worship.
No. He's like, you know, he's Big Ye, like he's been through it. Like he that dude. Like he
actually is
really
like a very accurate description. Like that's no hard. That's.
But at the end of the day, like he's like he loves.
Yeah. They from the trenches now. They don't play with Ye, but like, also that he's a loving guy.
Yeah, he is. He is, man. Hey, that's no cap. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, were you able to bring him out his hole and get him on the record? But it seems like you weren't able to have him.
Ye working though. I say that. That's what I say. Ye is working. He working.
Okay, man. Well, look, man, we really appreciate you for being on the show, man. We've had a blast, man. This was fun. Long time coming. I know you're coming back.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll let you come on with Trav.
Because I know gang up here, man.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to do a whole Culture Villains takeover.
Hey,
that would be crazy. Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna work on that, man. We're gonna work on that.
For sure. Hey, appreciate y'all, man.
No problem, man. No problem, man. You already know who it is, what it is, and what we do, baby. It's your boy Jay.
This is Chris.
And it's on.
Signing off.
If you ain't got it by now. It's just a space.
I'm mixing up the slogans. I mean, you about to say it for me. Nah, bro. You already know what it is. You don't even need an exclusive when you got the exclusive.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir. This is an interview. Yeah, exactly.
My bad, man. You got too many of them out there.
Chill.